Hi, welcome to Qigong Live Online. So morning, it's a really hot day. It's humid today. We had a huge thunderstorm last night. So we'll just start with that wrist. Yep. We had a huge thunderstorm last night and it was just rocking. I actually got some video. I took a bit of video and I might put it up so you can see what it looks like. It's just constantly non-stop for a while. And the thunder and the lightning is really close, like it's really close to the ground, so it's really loud. Bizarre. Very cool experience. So remember we're doing this, I still haven't worked out a name what we're going to call this, but I'm flicking my wrist. I'm not doing my wrist, I'm flicking my elbows that are doing this. So I'm using another part of my body to move a different part of my body, so the other part of the body that I'm moving can just stay relaxed. I don't have to have any tension in it. That's probably the best way to describe that. And so I'm doing that with my elbows, not my wrists. I'm doing this with my elbows. I do circles with my elbows. Yeah. Back one way, back forward, forward and backwards, side and side. Good, so I move my elbows now, and move my elbows but move my shoulders. So I can let my wrist relax and my elbows relax, but I move my shoulders to move it. Go side, backwards and forward. Yep. Do circles. I'm doing the circles with my shoulders. Take the other way. Cool. Good. Move my shoulders. Now I'm going to move my shoulders, and I'm going to do my shoulders by moving my hips. Yep. So I'm just going to do one arm first. I'm just moving my hip back and forwards, let the arm go free. Then go side and side. Or we can do it two sides. We can do both sides, both arms, and let the other shoulder go too. There we go. I'm just moving my hips. And the arms just go by themselves. Good. Same thing. Now I'm moving my body backwards and forwards and let my shoulders go backwards and forward. Now if I just do one arm, I can do circles with my hip to make the arm go. So I can do circles with my arms. And the arm's just hanging down by itself. It's just hanging here. The other one. Right. So I'm just moving my hips, moving my arm. So I'm just doing my shoulder. But of course I'm letting my elbow and my wrist go as well. Doing both. Hey Rebecca. Good morning. And it's not that I can see you, it's just I know what you're on your studio, so I can see the studio. Very cool. So we go side and side with the arms. So Rebecca, I'm loving this way of warming up. It's just, you feel so good after it. Everything feels so relaxed. But it still gets its stretch and still gets to wake it up. But there's no tension in it. So what a great way to do. I've got to paint it I've got to call it something. I'll make a whole set of them and I'll make a video of all of them together. Very cool. Now I'll do our spine. Just move our hips and just let our spine relax. Right up to your neck. Very good. Then we do our neck from side to side. I'm going to smooth my hips from side to side. Just let my neck flop. Feel the graunches in my neck. Forward and backwards. And then big circles here. Big circles with my hips and just let the neck flop forward and backwards. And just say, because when you're doing your neck, because you've already relaxed your arms and your shoulders and your wrists, go the other way, your wrists, your shoulders, your elbows all relax when we do this too, so it's all relaxed from the top end up, and we've done our spine, so our spine's relaxed. Good. Now we go to our hips, eh? So we're moving our hips. To move our hips, to relax our hips, we have to move our knees. We don't have to move you because you can move your ankles as well. So if I move my knees in circles, then I just think of relaxing my hips. So my hips aren't doing this, my knees are. So go around in circles, yeah. Feels great. Then go back the other way. And the humidity must be about 200% humidity this morning. It's thick. I'm like standing in the air. It's bizarre. So move my hips backwards, my knees backwards and forwards to let my hips relax, yeah? Very good. And then move my knees side and side, move my hips. Very good. And then we swap it completely over where we move our hips to move our knees. And so now we're going to move my hips and relax my knees. Of course, you relax your ankles at the same time. Relax your knees and your ankles. Just move it from the hips. Yeah, that's great. As I say, my arms are still hanging down and everything's relaxing. Then go the other way. Very good. Side and side. Move your hips, relax your legs. Relax your ankles, relax your knees. That's very good. Feels great. Then, now we're going to do our feet. And just move your knee to move your feet, yeah? I'm just shaking my knee. And have the foot relax. Do circles. With the knee. Good, try the other side. Foot. Circles. Back the other way. The other one, of course, is bring your knee up, bring your knees up, goes down, just let the foot flop. Knee up, knee back. So the knee's moving the leg. Very good. Very good. Now, all the knees relax, hips relax, spines relax, shoulders, arms relax, necks relax. Yeah, that feels great, eh? Very cool. And we'll bow, eh? All back on your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. Cool. So today, what's come up today, and I come up before the class, and what I want to do is talk about projection of energy out your fingertips, because the energy comes out your fingers, of course, and there's a few postures you can do, which we're going to do one of them today. So if we can actually see the energy moving between our fingers, we'll do that, but we'll warm it up first before we do that and make it more easy to see. So because all the tips of our fingers, they all have acupuncture points. That it's either the beginning of a meridian or the end of a meridian. So some meridians end up at the end, and of course we can do. If we do it more scientifically, the yang meridians start at the fingers and come up the body, and the yin meridians start at the top and they go down out the fingers. So the inside of the palm go down and the outside comes up. But they go out through the fingertips, and they call them well points. Well points as in like well in the ground where the energy comes up, and then the next point back from the well points is the spring point, which is like a spring coming up. So they have all these, and then we have the river points and sea points. So they have names like a river, and as it comes out of the ground, it starts small and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's the idea of the energy starts off for the smallest part, but it gets bigger as it comes out of the body and bigger up the meridian. And so the idea, the concept of that is if you get to the very, very tip of the point, you're getting to the source. Now, quite often you don't do the 1 points, all the 1 points, they're like spleen 1, kidney 1, you don't do those one off, they're in the hand anyway. We have the heart 1 is underneath our heart, so we've got large intestine, so it will be large intestine 1, Sanjiao 1 and small intestine 1, and they're all in the fingers. But we usually don't needle those because you get a really, really strong result. You get a strong reaction from that because of that, and so you don't normally needle those because you only do them if the body's in collapse, where you're having a seizure or you're having close to death things, and it'll spark it up, because you don't need to do it. You don't need to do it at that level. It's not going to make any difference to you when you're alive and well, but they're used for like emergency sort of things that happen when the body's in real shutdown. So, but we as Qigong, we use them. The energy goes out through the points and then comes back in the other points. It goes out through the yin points and then comes back in the yang points. And we have the energy going out of our body and it goes out through the yin on the way out. So part of that is to learn how to project out through your fingers. Now, of course, not all the fingers have energy coming, the meridians coming to the fingers. There's only 3 of them. There's only 3. The index finger, the ring finger, and the little finger. Those are the only 3 fingers. Hold those up. 1, 2, 3. Those 3. That one, and that one. Are the only ones the energy's going out. But we have learned in Qigong, we know we can project energy out of all of them if we want to, including Lao Gong. So we can project energy out of the whole hand. But in theory, if we go in the right direction, there's only 3 of them go out through your hands. So part of them, we're going to use this one first, because that's the easiest one to do. And so the idea is when we're sitting there and you're projecting energy out through the finger, if you hold your finger like that, you'll be able to feel it in the palm of your hand. If you hold it like that and just relax your shoulders. And don't try and do anything with the finger. Just let the finger relax, and just with your intention, project energy out through that. And you can do it on breathe in, and then breathe out through the. Well, actually, you're going the wrong one, aren't we? I'm doing the lung. Goes out through the lung one. Sorry, I'll change that because it goes up the large intestine. We're going to go out through the thumb. So put your thumb towards your hand, and you'll be able to feel the energy coming out of your thumb, and you'll be able to feel it in the palm of your hand because your palm of your hand's sensitive. Yeah. If you can't move the hand closer until you can actually feel the heat, it'll feel like heat to start off with, coming out from your thumb into the palm of your hand. Yeah. Very cool. Now we do our index finger, which is we want the Sanjiana, we want the pericardium, which is that one. So the pericardium comes out through the pericardium, which is the middle finger, and try the middle finger. Now there's a lot of energy in the pericardium. You'll see it's a lot hotter in this one. You can feel it, and go really close, and you can feel it, and you pull it further away, and you still can feel it, but if you go close, you can feel the heat coming out of the tip of the finger. Yeah. And then, of course, the heart finger is the little one, and you feel the little one, and see a lot of heat coming out of that one too. So this is the idea of projecting energy out of the hands, and you can feel that. So if you put them all together, we're doing all 3 of them like that, we'll put them together like that, like get them together and put them like that. Now you can feel it's really strong. Yeah. I haven't got the fingers touching, I've just got them loose together like that, so they're not touching each other, like that. But then you do that, now you can feel 3 of the meridians you know are coming out of your fingers, the thumb, index finger, and your little finger. The energy is coming out through those fingers. It does it naturally by itself, it does it all the time, and it goes up the other one naturally by itself as well. So we're going to change the intention, and we're going to direct the energy down the large intestine channel, which is the opposite direction it normally goes, and down the Sanjiao meridian, and then down the small intestine, which is the opposite direction. And now we're going to project all of them at the same time out of the fingers. Take a breath in, and then breathe energy out the whole hand. Yeah, see, it's a lot stronger. If you can't feel it, go closer. If you can feel it, come out a bit further so you can feel it in the distance. Very cool. You go further out, you can feel it further out there. Good. So that's how we're going to do that. And we're just using the one hand at the moment. So we want to activate the other hand. How we're going to activate the other hand? Same thing. We'll start with our thumb first, which is our lung meridian. And you can feel the energy from the lung. You can move it backwards and forwards if you like, and you can actually feel it going backwards and forwards. You can feel the energy in the palm of your hand. Index finger. And pericardium. That's actually not the index finger, it's the middle finger, isn't it? The middle finger, that one. Sorry about that, I think the index finger. Don't get me wrong here. We'll get there in the end. And you can feel that. If you move it backwards and forwards, you can feel that. And then use the little one, which is your heart, and you can feel the energy of your heart. So those are really easy to feel. Yep. We project energy down the large intestine, which is the index finger, down the ring finger, and the other side. So in the small finger, we have the heart and the small intestine in the same finger. So down all of them. So we feel all of them. And so if you move it backwards and forwards, like that, you can actually feel the energy going in and out. Cool. Okay. So that's what's happening. And all we're doing is bringing our attention to it, and we're projecting. So take a breath in and breathe out through the fingers. Take a breath in. Breathe out through the fingers. Breath in. breathe out. Remember the fingers, I haven't got the fingers touching, they're all slightly apart from each other, so they're not, because as soon as you link them together, it changes the energy, but they're individual meridians at the moment. Breathe in, breathe out through the fingers. And you can feel it as tingling, feel it, or you could feel it as heat, yeah, or you could feel it as just energy. The energy is pushing the other hand away, and you'll be able to feel that. Very good. So we're going to do tree hugging. We're going to do this exercise here so you can see the energy between the fingers. Now, hopefully we've stimulated enough now. My hands are alive and well now. They're really, really hot, and I can feel the energy moving around them. So we're going to change. So start with the hands down the bottom. Can you just go to the outside so you can see where my hands are? Sam. Thank you. So we're going to start with our hands here, and we're going to bring them up to the front. Just let them float up to the front. Yep. Bring your elbows down, and bring your fingers around towards that. This is tree hugging posture, or holding trees. It's got different names, but depending on the Chinese character is the same, but the interpretation. Now, if you have a look between your index finger, because the index, generally your middle finger is going to be longer than your index finger, and it's going to be closer to the other one. And get them really close. And especially if you have a dark floor, look at the gap between the two fingers and you'll see the shimmer of energy travelling between the two of them, yeah? And hold it down there so you can see it. If you've got a black wall, you can hold it up there, look at the wall if you like, but if it's darker, it's easier to see. And I can just look at that and I can see the shimmering through the fingers, and I can see the shimmering through all the fingers. And then change your intention to your index fingers, and you'll be able to see it, and if you go back and forward, you'll be able to see the shimmer. You can do your ring fingers, and you can see the shimmer, and you can do your small fingers. And you can see the wave going between the two of them. Now, if you do it all at the same time, now you get a mass one, you get a big one, where you can see it. It's always like, you know, with the shimmers I'm talking about, like if you go into a desert and you see the heat haze, where everything's sort of blurry because of the heat. Well, this is what you get to see with that. So I can see the heat, I can see the vibration, see the haze between the fingers. Now, if I move it apart and go backwards and forwards, you can actually feel it. You can actually feel it energetically pushing each other away. It's like two positive ends of a magnet. You're trying to push them together. So you can feel this resistance when you push it. It's trying to push each other apart. Yep, like that. And you can feel it really quite palpable. Good. And now you can see that. You can feel it through all the fingers, through the thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring finger, and your small finger. You can feel that feeling. There you go. So that's the energy coming out your fingers. And that, as I say, naturally happens all the time, because we're alive, and so we're breathing energy in and out of our body anyway, because we do that. We're just bringing more attention to it, so we're making it bigger. Yep. So with our idea, we're going to take that into an exercise, so that the concept of that is, in how do we use that energy when we're moving our hands. So we'll do wave hands over. We'll start with a really easy one. So when we move our fingers up, we bring our fingers up, and the idea is the energy is going out your fingertips. So as we bring it out, all the energy is going out through your fingers. Good. And then goes back. Don't mind me, I'm laughing. I'm watching Sam chase our dog around trying to put it back in the house. It's behind you, you can't see that, but it is funny. Hurting a dog. It's lovely. So it's coming out through my fingers. And then relax. So you're using the energy that's coming out in your hands, and you use it as you breathe out. So you can do it both ways, but we'll use the energy on the out breath. So if we think of it, we're going to go, and I'll breathe out through my mouth just so you can hear what I'm doing. So I'm going to go. Then relax, breathe in. I'm going to use the energy coming down my arms and out through my fingers to lift my arms up, so that it's like it's projecting energy out the fingers and it's going up. Relax, breathe in. Good, relax, breathe out. Relax, breathe in. This time, don't use your nose this time. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and just do it. I just did it so you could hear. Just do it out through your nose. And then breathe in through your nose. Out through your nose. Good, in through your nose. Good, so we're going to do the other way now. So now we've got the idea of breathing out through the fingers. Now we're going to breathe back in through the fingers on the in-breath. Breathe in, relax. So now it's coming up all the meridians on the way in, in your hands, and it's going out all the meridians on the way out. Breathing in through all the fingers. They should be getting pins and needles in your fingers, or they should definitely be getting hotter. Breathe out through all the fingers. The hand's getting fuller. The hand starts to swell up with chi and blood. Breathe in on the way down. Breathing out. Breathing in. Now, of course, this exercise is not normally done this. It's done the opposite. Normally, I'm just using this particular exercise to show you, so you get to feel what it feels like in your finger. Oh, look at my hands. My hands are, can you see, all pink? They're all pink and flush. I've got little pink hands going on. It's all the blood. And you see all the blotchiness in the hand? It's got really blotchy because all the blood and chi's moving to my hands, because that's where my intention is. So normally, of course, when we do this exercise, not to confuse you, when we're doing wave hands over the lake, you do the other way, where you breathe in and you breathe out. We're doing the opposite. We're breathing out as it goes up. So just know that that's not the way the normal exercise is normally done. We're just using the exercise so we can have an expression of what this feels like. Yeah, I'm not trying to confuse you or anything like that. It's just a different thing. Yep. So we're breathing out, and it's just a beautiful feeling coming to the hands and breathing in. We're going to do another one in a second. We'll do another one so you get to feel this. Breathing out. Breathing in. So you get the energies going down the arms. And breathing out. So there is a set exercise that does this breath. It's not that one particular one I just want to use because it's nice and simple to start with. But if you use the heaven to earth exercises, that heaven to earth Qigong system, it takes a breath in and it moves on the out breath. So the same way as we're breathing on the out breath for this one, it does the same thing. Take a breath in and you breathe out and you move your arms by projecting energy down the hands. You take a breath in and the same thing again, you project energy out through the fingers. And as it does it, the arms fill up with chi, and the chi arms filling with chi makes the arm rise. And this one here, take a breath in, and then we learn how to project energy down both arms to turn it over, and we spiral the energy down the arms, it turns them over, yeah? And then turn them back to the front and we bring them down. So that's one of the particular exercises that does that way. But we were talking about the idea of the energy, so we're going to do another one from the Shubo Shu. Now, this is not the way you breathe in this one too, but we want to use this exercise to show you the principle of what it is. Look, we're going to do the opposite way of that. And it's the one straight over, it's embrace the mountain, because it has the same place. So as we breathe out, the hands are going to go up to there, and we're going to keep breathing out as we open, so it's going to go out through the finger. Then we're going to breathe in through the fingers, bringing them back to the front, breathing in through the fingertips, and then lower them down, keep breathing in. Breathe out through the fingers. Then breathe in. Good. So to understand that the part of that is the inflation, deflation. When we normally do it, we breathe in, we're breathing in, and we're inflating. So we're getting bigger. As we breathe in, the body, as the arms rise, the body's swelling up, the body opens up, and we swell up, we breathe in, and we're really big, and then we breathe out, and we contract, the energy comes smaller, we're actually packing chi, and then it comes down. So we feel like we're squashing ourselves on the out breath, we're inflating on the in breath, opposite on the out breath. And by the time I get down to here again, I feel like all my chi's compressed inside my body, and it's packing it into the extraordinary vessels, packing it into the bones. It's doing that on purpose because that's the nature of the exercise. But what we're doing is we're just using the exercise for something else. And so we're going to do the exact opposite. So as we breathe out, as we're breathing out, we feel like this compacting of chi inside the body as the energy is going out through our fingers. It's going out through the fingers. We feel like the body, I'll exaggerate so you kind of see what it feels as it's going out through the fingers. And then you go to the side, you feel like you're getting smaller and smaller, even though our arms are going out, I feel like I'm getting condensed, and right here, everything's compact. And then I'm going to breathe in. As I come to the thing, I'm going to breathe in as the arms go across, in through the fingers. And as I count down, I'm going to feel like I'm inflating even more. The body's going up, even though the hands are going down and going, I'm getting bigger. And can breathe out through the fingers. Hey, Minor, I just saw you join again. Sorry, we got cut off early this morning, so sorry about that. Oh, it's actually not. It's Steph. Hello, Steph. And then breathe in. So feel ourselves inflating. Lower your hand, feel yourself inflating. Good. Feel yourself, the chi's compacting the chi, you're breathing out. Out through the fingertips. In through the fingertips. Feel the inflation. In through the fingertips, you stand up. So by the time we get to the bottom, I'm fully inflated energetically, and then I'm going to let the energy go out with the fingers. Breathing out through the fingers. Breathing in. Good. Very good. So you get the expression now. You can get lightheaded with this because you're getting a lot of energy in and out of the hand. We're doing it opposite the exercise. So I just want to put the exercise back where it was, so we leave it the way it should be and not the way we just did it. So just go back to wave hands over the leg and just bring that, breathe in. We're doing the opposite again now. Breathing in, feel the body inflate. And then breathe out. Good. Now brace the mouth, do the same way again, breathing in. And then breathe out. And that'll make all the energy travel back around the meridians the way it's meant to do. So we're leaving it the way it should be. I just wanted to show you the other ones, and as I say, I just use an exercise, it's easy. But I want to also show, we're going to keep going with the idea of moving your limbs through the breath and breathing in and out through the fingers. So we're going to do another one. So we'll go back to the heaven and earth, and we're going to show you about how you rotate the arms. So if I stand here like this with my hands fastened in the ground, and just straighten up your hands slightly so the hand's straight, but don't, like, because normally when we're sitting there's a slight bend in the wrist, but it's not like that, there's a slight bend in the wrist. But we're going to straighten the hands out slightly. So we go for this way so you can see. So instead of sitting like that, I'm going to have the hands a bit more straighter like that. Yep. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a breath in. I'm going to breathe in through the fingertips into the body, breathe in. And as I breathe out, I'm going to breathe out down the arms. And as I breathe out down the arms, I'm going to spiral the energy down the arms on the way down. And I feel like turn the arms over. Now I'm going to breathe in, and it's going to go back up the other way. And I'm going to breathe out, spiral the arms down. Down through the arms. That's it. Good. Breathe in, let them spiral. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in, let the arms come back up. Breathe out, spiral the arms and the energy down the arms and spiral the arms. Good. So as I'm breathing out down the arm, I'm spiraling the energy down the arm on the way down. And what that's doing is turning the arm over. So I'm letting the spiraling energy turn my arm. And as I breathe in, I'm spiraling it back the other way as we're in breath. So we're breathing out, spiraling down. And we're spiraling back, breathing it in. Yeah. And so we have that idea of the breathing out. I just use my mouth in through your nose. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. So when you go down, you can feel your shoulders dropping as you breathe out as well. Because as you breathe in, the energy comes up the body, up the arm, but it also inflates the shoulders. So you feel the shoulder inflating as it's coming up the arm. Ooh, my shoulders are really hot. It's generating lots of energy. And then breathe out. Turn it down. Yep, breathe in. Breathe out. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Going right out through the fingertips. Spiral down, out through the fingertips. I can see in my mind's eye the energy coming out of it, and as I spiral it, it's making and in the ground, it's like an energy, like white lights going out, and all these like energy beams, and they're tuning, they're spiraling into the ground, and I can see it making like a laser beam into the ground. That's just my mind, of course. Everybody have their own expression of that. Breathing in, and then it brings in the energy from the ground. As it breathe in, the body inflates. Breathe out. Out through the fingers. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay. One more time, breathing in. And then breathing out. Feels great, eh? So we use the same principle, take it into a different movement. The arm is different. We're taking it into a different idea of concept, and we'll use it for a muscle. We'll just use it for a muscle idea, and the muscle we're going to use bend the arm, something different. So we're doing that. We've done the rotation this way. Now we're going to do the arm, bringing the arm up. Yeah. So breathe in, breathe out. Yeah. So as you normally would do, breathe in, breathe out. But we're going to do it the other way. We're going to breathe out. And then breathe and relax. Feel the arm expand. I think the arm's gone pink. Breathe out through the fingertips. It brings the arm up. Then breathe and relax. Okay. Breathe out, relax. Out through the fingertips. Breathe in. Feel the arm expand. And then breathe out. Out through the fingers. That's the energy going down the arm to brings the arm up. Let the arm relax, breathe in, feel the arm expand. We're going to breathe all that energy out through the hand, out through the fingers. Good. And then breathe in, relax. Do the other side. Breathe out, bring the hand up. Out through the fingertips. Breathe in the fingertips, relax. Feel the arm expand. Can still feel the other arm. The other arm's doing the same thing at the same time now. Doesn't want to miss out. Breathing out. It's still doing it in the other arm. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. So now we've got the idea of that. We'll do both of them at the same time. Turn them both over. So, breathing out through both hands at the same time. Lower your arms, breathe in. Breathe out. Out through the fingertips. Breathe in through the fingertips. Feel the arms expand right up to the shoulders. Breathe out through the fingertips. Breathe in. Breathing out. There's these rather black clouds that are appearing. Notice it's got darker. We might be running inside soon, but we're just about finished anyway, so we're fine. Breathing in. Yeah, I can feel the whole arms expands. As I'm breathing in, to feel I'm breathing out through the fingertips. It's like there's tracking these lights coming out the fingers. It's like I can see these lights coming out all my fingers, and it comes up towards the sky. And then when I breathe in the fingers, all the energy is coming back in the hand. And I can feel the hand expand. All the arm expands, shoulder expands, everything expanding at the same time as we're breathing in. And of course you can do this for the whole body. can breathe out through the fingertips from the whole body. And then breathe in from the whole body. But they're coming in from the fingertips and fills the whole body. I feel my legs expand, my back expand, everything coming in through my hands. And breathe out through my hands. Whole body. Whole body, breathe in. Yeah, it's a great feeling, eh? Breathe out. Breathe in. Good, sweet. We've done the arms. We'll do the shoulders now. So do from the hands. Breathe out through the fingertips. It goes out to the side. Both hands at the same time. And then bring the hands down. Breathe in. Feel the body inflate. Body gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I feel like I'm standing taller. And then breathe out through the hands. And I feel the body sitting down. The body sits down as the hands. The energy goes out through the hands. And it compacts the chi in the body and sends it out through the hands. And breathe in. And then breathe out through the hands. Breathing in, feel the body expand. In through the fingers. And then breathe out. In. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out through the hands. Breathing in. Breathing out through the hands. Breathing in. A lovely feeling, eh? And breathe out through the hands. We'll do one more just to show you the illustration of what this feels like. But this time we're going to do it to rotate the hands. We're going to do it to rotate the body. So as we breathe in, we're going to keep the hands to the side. As we breathe in, we're going to breathe in. We're going to breathe out as we turn. It's going to go out through the hands, but it's also going to make the body rotate. So we're using the out breath to rotate the body. The same as we did the arms. When we turn it, we breathe in, we turn the arm around. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And we're using that energy to rotate the arms. We're going to do it to rotate the body. So as we turn, we breathe in. So as we breathe in, we turn. No, as we breathe out, we breathe in from this place. Breathe out and turn. Get that right. Breathe out and turn out through the hands. And let the out breath rotate the body. Then breathe in back to the front. Breathe up your arms and into the body. You feel the body rise and good. And then breathe out. We'll go the other way. So it feels like it's going out through the fingertips as we turn, and it's making the body rotate. Then breathe and feel the body expand. Breathe out through the hands, rotate. So you can feel the body rising too. So the body, as you inflate, the body rises. As you turn, breathe out and feel the body compacting. It's going out through the hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just create another exercise. Then we've just designed another exercise. This is very cool what we're doing now. Breathe in, feel the body expand, feel the body slightly rise, and then breathe out through the hands. When you feel the body contract, condense, contract. Breathing in. And breathe out. Breathe in through the hands. Breathe out through the hands. Breathe out. So of course we're just using the hands at the moment. Of course you'd add the breathing in through the legs at the same time. Breathe in through the feet, through your kidney points and your fingers. And then out through the kidney points and out through the hands at the same time. But we've just been concentrating on the hands. But you'd still be breathing in and out the kidney points as well. Breathe in. We just made another exercise up, haven't we? Just invented another exercise. I've done a few now. I must put them in a set. I have called them something. Exercises that have just come to me in the time. I've never done that before in my life, but how it feels is fantastic. You can feel the expansion, contraction, but you can feel the energy fly there. My hands, look, they're pink. Don't know if you can see my pink hands. They're all pink and blotchy because all the energy will be going out through my fingers. There's a lot of chi and blood going out my hands. Feels great. I feel like I've got these big softball mitts on, like a big, like I know. Oh, the gloves when you go skiing, those big fluffy gloves you wear because it's so cold. That's what it feels like. My hands feel like. It's great. Anyway, have a beautiful day. That's great. I feel great. The expansion contraction has such an effect on you, but what it also does is I notice my mind gets really settled. My mind got really quiet. And it was really nice to sit inside that space of just breathing in, breathing out, and just staying with the feelings and observing how it feels as I turn and how it feels as I turn back, and just watching what's happening in my body at the time, and just being quite content just to watch it go in and out. And the mind just gets nice and quiet watching that. It was just lovely today. Have a beautiful day. Oh, hot and sweaty. And we'll see you on Thursday. I did on Thursday, if you haven't watched last Thursday's class, I did an exercise, one of the fixed step blowing. I did this exercise. And we'll go back to it again Thursday. I was going to do it today and I forgot all about it until I was just about 2 seconds ago. I was going to do another class. Well, I will do another class on it. So it probably won't be till Thursday. That's if I remember. Otherwise, I'll do it on the following Tuesday, whenever it is. Or not. I don't know. See how we go. You'll feel great, eh? Enjoy your day. Have a beautiful week. All back on your thumbs. Two thumbs together. Go. Very cool. Step back. And bow to each other. Very good. Have a great day, Steph. Have a great day, Rebecca.